So you've got your number, you've got your salary, you've chosen your salary and you've documented it, you made it a reality. Now, let's think of a little bit about it. How are you going to get there? Well, you have to charge people for your service, and it has to be a fee that's profitable to you. Can't be a fee that just covers your expenses. It has to have some profit in it. So, are you charging enough to make a great living? Is your inspection fee providing you, let's say, a 15 to 20, 25% profit margin? Do you know how to determine how to get that profit margin? Do you even know how to determine what to charge so that when the phone rings, you know that this is profitable? Right? If you're answering your own phone and you're doing a home inspection and you're in the living room and your phone rings, right? You gotta have to answer that phone. That's okay. When you do, if you've done all the math and you've calculated it right, you are assured that the person on the phone already knows you and is about to hire you. All you have to say is yes. And when you say yes, you are saying yes to profit, right? You're not guessing whether or not this job is going to pay the bills and help you with your profit margin and pay their employees and all that stuff. You've already figured this out. There's no guesswork. It's terrible to answer the phone and try to sell someone on a number that you're just making up. Now all you have to do is just say yes. You already know your base. You already know your calculation. You already know your profit. It's incorporated into your bundled package that's profitable. Now, charging an inspection fee must be based upon the incredible value that you're providing. That's the goal. You have to figure out value. You have to, in business, if the perceived value is greater than the cost, it's a good decision. That's what happens in the market. When someone is trying to determine whether or not to buy a product or service, are they overwhelmed with value? Then their wallet comes out fast. If it's not too sure if the value is worth the cost, then you have a problem with your business. Then your client is going to hesitate. Like writing a great inspection report. What is the purpose? One of the purposes is when someone reads my inspection report, at the end of the inspection report, at the last turn of the last page, they're fully convinced that I'm the greatest home inspector in the world, and they have no hesitation in hiring me to do their job. That's why I like to give my inspection reports out, especially to the listing agent, the agent for the seller, because I already have a client for my home buying client is my current client, but every seller is also a potential client, right? And the value that I put into the inspection report, it's a great inspection report, but the ultimate goal is to get another client. Someone to read it and be convinced that the cost of getting that information is so low to the overwhelming value that I provide. You want to base your fee on incredible value that you can provide your clients. It's not solely based on how long it takes to perform a home inspection. Remember, we just recently in the previous step compared a successful $1,000 a day home inspection day, minute by minute, right, to what you are doing. And that is not, the value isn't based upon the minutes. A profitable fee isn't based upon the actual time it takes to do the inspection and the cost of paper and the cost of ink. It's not even based upon your competition, what they're doing. It's actually based upon the value of the information that you provide. And the more valuable the information is, the higher the fee that you can demand. It's like shopping for watches. If I go to a store, let's say I go to Macy's and I go to the men's department and jewelry is there and the watches are there, and there's 1,000 watches. On the left, there are watches for like $10, and on the right, there are watches for $1,000. What is the actual difference? They all do the same thing. Just like all home inspectors, we all do the same thing. We all perform a home inspection according to a standards of practice and write an inspection report, and we all inspect the same stuff. All 9 systems. What is the difference between the $10 one and the $1,000 one? It's the perceived value. It's telling me at the same time, but if the features over here and the look and feel of the watch over here for $1,000 is better to me, is more valuable to me, if I perceive it as more valuable, I'll bring out $1,000. I would never buy a $1,000 watch, but you get the idea. So with this in mind, that your fee is not based solely on how long it takes to actually do an inspection. It's more based upon value. Let's learn a little bit from a short story about Pablo Picasso that my brother Nick Gromicko, founder of Interachi, likes to tell. So Pablo Picasso, the painter, was dining at a restaurant in New York City, and a fan introduced herself to him and gushed at how thrilled she was to meet the great artist and how she loved his work. And encouraged by this polite acceptance, the fan begged, "Oh, Mr. Picasso, would you draw me a sketch?" And Picasso grabbed a paper napkin and with a pen promptly sketched the waiters passing ice creams. And the woman reached for the sketch, and Picasso said, "Madam, that'll be $10,000. And she was shocked. She said, "But $10,000, that only took you 2 minutes to draw." And Picasso said, "No, madam, that took me 50 years. So Picasso priced his service to value, not to the cost of manufacture. Picasso did not price his service based upon the cost of the paper, plus the ink, plus some hourly wage, nor should a home inspector. Keep your prices up. And let's watch how an Interachi certified home inspector actually calculates his profitable inspection fees. And follow along as the video plays, and feel free to pause and take notes. But do this task now and watch this video now.